Hey everyone, welcome back to CellSmart TV. We're on episode 13, lucky number 13. This is our chance to get an opportunity to speak with some of the coolest entrepreneurs and business professionals we know and find out what technology that they're using and how they're helping keep the world turn. We at CellSmart are your leader in all things cell phones. So we buy, we sell, we repair, we unlock, you name it, we do it. And once again, my name is Garrick. I'm one of the co-founders and the CEO of CellSmart. So we appreciate you jumping in and joining us. And today we have an awesome guest who has turned into one of our best friends, and we really appreciate having her here with us. Her name's Alaina Rupe, and we'll let her take the time and just kind of introduce herself. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing, what you're working on, and what makes you so cool. So.
Well, I am pretty cool. So I am a business consultant, and my goal is just to basically be able to help a business from start to finish. So a lot of companies, they start up a new business and they just have a great idea or something that they're really good at, but they don't know how to turn it into an actual business. So that's what I help them do, and I'm partnered with several different companies where we can make that happen, starting with raising equity capital, having a personal mentor, legal organization, and then all of the little steps along the way, like finding a good brick and mortar store or e-commerce opportunities, increasing online conversion rates, and anything else that goes along with running a business.
That's really cool. So so you're not helping just businesses. You're helping anybody from the moment of like the idea of conception, or the conception of the idea, I should say, all the way through launch and execution.
Yeah, definitely.
Is what I'm understanding.
So we have lots of businesses that are just right at the very beginning. So example, we have this cute gal that's really good at baking cookies, and that is it.
Right.
Still learning how to run a business and set all of that up, and
Sure.
that's what we're here for, to be a partner to help her all along the way and learn the best way to turn her idea into a successful business and company.
That's cool. That's cool. So, what brought you into that line of work? How did you get into all that?
I've always loved business and being an entrepreneur. I went to the University of Utah studying in business and entrepreneurship, and I actually have two side businesses that I run. A lot of people don't know, but I own a choreography company as well for dance. I love dance, that's like my passion. And so getting into this, I've just been able to network a lot, which I really love to. I love meeting new people and building those lasting relationships.
Well, that's how we met you. So.
That's how we met. And from there, I can just find good companies, especially that are local and that they have the same values that I do, where my goal is just to help people. I want to make someone's dream come true, and with networking, I'm able to do that and find really good companies to help other people, make their companies as valuable and successful as they want.
Yeah. So you talked a lot about what you love and kind of how you're passionate about helping other businesses, and that's the businesses that you also want to help, is the ones that do that same kind of thing. What challenges do you find most often, like through your day-to-day work, that might come up?
Challenges, it's just interesting talking with a business and finding out where they are and where they want to be, and really just analyzing every little detail in between to find out what exactly they need. When I'm talking with a business owner, I really want to find out what is best for them. So my mindset is always on helping the business owner, and then as we, one of the aspects of it is helping raise equity capital, because if you have a great idea but you don't have the money to fund that idea, you really can't go anywhere. So finding out the best options for them to be able to have the money that they need to make their business grow, that's probably, and it's not really a challenge because we have all of the solutions for it, but analyzing the amount that they need and what they will use for that is, I guess, the biggest thing that we take into consideration.
Sure. Yeah, starting a business is no joke. It takes money.
Yeah.
We've learned that one.
Have to have money to make money.
Yeah. Exactly. So, what type of technology do you find yourself using through your day-to-day interactions? And this can be anything. So, phones, computers, tablets, hardware, software, any apps that you find useful, things like that. Share with our guests some of the technology that you're finding yourself using all the time.
Okay. So I use technology for everything, and I'm a millennial, of course. So Technology is a must-have
Sure.
for every single thing that I'm doing. I do have a paper planner as well, but I run my calendar on my phone. I have apps like Expensify for tracking. I mean, as an entrepreneur, I have to track all of my receipts and my mileage. I have apps for that. I have my calendar and my Gmail on my phone. All of my different email addresses that I have, because I have multiple ones that I manage at the same time.
Right.
And then I do all of that on the computer too, of course. But I mean, how we met is my phone was terrible, and so Garrick and Nikki helped me fix my phone and actually get something as simple as getting a new battery, which made a huge difference for my phone, and then a portable battery as well, which is awesome, and I use it all day long because, I mean, I'm going from 5 a.m. till 11 o'clock at night, and when I do so much on my phone or my tablet or my computer, I mean, they don't last that long. So having a portable charger for my phone is like a must-have for me.
Yeah.
I mean, if I forget it,
So
I'm just
primarily
lost.
you're working through your phone then?
Yeah, I
That's what I'm
do
understanding.
most of my stuff on my phone.
Right. And then we talked about that when we were helping you with your phone, and that's why
Yeah.
the solutions came up that we provided. And so yeah, we got you a power bank and got you a new battery that works a little bit better. I think if I remember it, the one that we had for you initially that we replaced was pretty swollen, and so so we wanted to make sure those were taken care of. But no, that's cool. It sounds like you're using a lot of things that are helping you be more effective and more efficient. The name of the mileage app, what was it you said?
I use Mileage Tracker.
Okay, cool. So those are good apps for a lot of different people, not just business owners or entrepreneurs, but you know, sometimes there's folks that work for a business but that requires them to drive, and so tracking that mileage is going to be kind of important too, and different expenses and things. So as you've been in this line of work, how have you seen technology evolve? Like what have you seen change, and what have you seen help improve what you're doing?
Technology is constantly improving, of course, but little things like even just updates on software apps, like when my Expensify app updated, now they have a scanner where I can just take a picture of a receipt and it can read where it was from, the amount that it was from, and it automatically inputs that data in for me.
Wow.
So I don't have to customize or enter that in by hand. The app just knows what to do.
That makes it super easy.
It does.
That's awesome.
It's crazy.
So as you've been using all this technology, let's expand a little bit on what you've been talking about, and tell us a little more about how it's helping you to be better at serving your customers and your clients and things.
Yeah, so like I mentioned before, I am running all day long from 5 a.m. till 11 o'clock at night. I usually meet with between 4 to 5 different people a day.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, even just using my GPS is huge, so that I can know how to get from one appointment to another.
Sure.
And tracking all of that information. But being able to do stuff on the go is huge for me to make me most efficient while I'm waiting in between appointments. I can answer emails on my phone. I also use Facebook Messenger a ton for responding to people using business now.
Yeah.
So I was actually just at a content and conversion conference in LA.
Okay.
And they talked about how Facebook Messenger and communicating through that is the new way of communicating with your clients, because you're dealing with more millennials nowadays, and Facebook is such a huge tool for marketing your company, and Messenger just goes right along with it.
It's an interesting trend to note too. I mean, just noticing another tool to get in touch with people, right? I used to be in car sales, and it was like they always wanted you on the phones calling people.
Yeah.
But it got to a point where you couldn't get a hold of anybody on the phone, so they were like telling people at that point, you know, the evolution in technology was to try to text them, you know, and to get a hold of people through text. And we found that our response rates were going drastically up through text, while our phone call response rate was going dramatically down. And then, you know, now it's things like Facebook that you're noticing, right? So it's kind of an interesting little thing to note in terms of, you know, if you're a business professional or an entrepreneur, and you're trying to get in contact with customers or clients or vendors or different things, the best way to get in touch with them. So that's a good point. That's something interesting to know.
It's cool. And going along with like how technology has improved, there are actually little bots that can pre-respond to a message in Messenger. So you can like preset auto response to go out, kind of like an email template that goes out through Messenger, and that's huge too. That's really cool.
No kidding. Yeah, that's really interesting. So, of all the technology that you use, is there anything that you would change or something that you would like to see evolve to a point to help you continue to be better?
I'm just amazed by the improvements already. Like,
right.
I just wonder, how do people come up with this thing? Like, how do you make your robot, a computer, to automatically respond a message in Messenger or an email? So I can't really think of anything that would help improve it, because there's so many much more brilliant
it's fun
people
to just
out there.
stand back in awe and be like, wow.
It really is amazing what we can do.
Yeah.
So
pretty interesting. All right, so now it's come to the time of the video where I have to ask the super hard-hitting questions. Are you ready for this?
I am so ready.
Okay. Do you prefer Windows, iOS, or Android, and why?
I am an Android user.
Okay.
Mostly because that's what I'm used to, and my husband is an Apple user. So when I try to do something on his phone, I am terrible at it because I'm not used to it. And so for that main reason, I love my Android. But I do have to admit, my husband's camera is a little bit better than mine.
Okay.
But I do have an older phone too. So.
I've noticed that, and we've asked this obviously to a number of our guests through the different episodes that we've done, and there seems to be a common theme in terms of what you're familiar with and what you're used to and what you've used for a long time. I have talked to a few people who said, I was very familiar with Android and now I made the switch to Apple and now I won't go back, or vice versa. They've also said the other.
Right.
I was Apple and now I'm in Android and now I won't go back, or different things like that. But really interesting to just note, that trend that I'm seeing in terms of what you're familiar with and what you're used to, and obviously we work in the industry, so it's fun to see the different ideas and the different things that people have. But realistically, I think what we've noticed on our end is that there's really not a dramatic difference in terms of what one can do versus the other.
Yeah.
And everybody always pokes fun, especially this time of year where you get the new Samsungs that are launched, the new Apple that just recently launched, and all these different things, and it's like, it's like everybody pokes fun at one versus the other because it's like it's fun to razz, but it's like, there's really like, there's not a certain thing that can do this or that can't do that, or different things. They can all pretty much do the same things now. It's just kind of what you're more familiar with, what you're comfortable with. So
definitely, I'm excited to see what the new Google phone looks like.
Yeah, that one should be coming up here pretty soon too. So it'll be interesting to note that too.
Yeah.
So again, thank you for being a part of this and coming and sharing your perspective with us, because it's always fun to see different perspectives from different business owners and the different technologies that they're using, and that's kind of the whole point of this show. So we appreciate you taking the time out to come and visit with us.
Yeah, definitely.
But I want to give our audience a chance, if they have an idea or they're running an existing business that might need some capital or different things like that, how can they get a hold of you to utilize your services and talk to you more about what you do?
Yeah, so when I do free consultations, and I'm very low pressure, so please don't hesitate to talk to me if you have any needs or questions for your business. But you can text me at 801-577-2095. You can email me at alainarupe@gmail.com. And I'm sure we'll post the spelling of my name in the comments below. And you can also find me on Facebook and chat with me via Messenger as well.
But yeah, if you are an aspiring entrepreneur or currently an entrepreneur and you just need some help and some encouragement, some coaching, and some different ideas and some different ways to get a hold of things that you might need to be successful, reach out to Alaina. She's an absolute sweetheart. We love having her as a part of what we're doing, but definitely reach out because we'd love to have you. So anyway, thank you again for being a part of this.
Thank you so much.
And thank you all for tuning in. We look forward to hearing your comments, and do us a favor and share this around, because even if you're not in need of Alaina's help, someone you know might be. So do us a favor and just click that share button and share it around with your friends. We thank you so much again, and we'll see you next week.